Hey everybody, it's Somni Respiratory Flux, and welcome back to episode 2 of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we awoke to find out that this tree wants to call us here to rid him of a curse, and we rambled in a bunch about just kind of what this game means to me in a lot of ways. And for this episode, we're gonna start with the first dungeon of the game, the Great Deku Tree, which is kind of an interesting dungeon in a lot of ways, but also kind of not all that interesting. It does a really good job of kind of introducing a lot of the concepts of the game. Got Deku Nuts, which are one of those items that are really useful, but I almost never find myself using them, except here in the early game where they're one of the only things you have to use. Get that heart to kind of heal back that bit of damage we took in the last episode. Yeah, Navi, I know. Okay. Yeah, you can target. Wow, I am not playing very well. You could climb up the vines over there. You can also climb up this ladder. Yeah. Jumping by running off to the edge. Anyone who's played a 3D Zelda game will kind of know how some of this works. There are these spiders up here. Maybe you can climb it, Link. Yes, thank you. There's these spiders here that will kind of mess up your day if you try to climb it. So let's not open this treasure chest. This little ascending fanfare is just really nice for that. I don't know why. And we found the dungeon map. And this is kind of helpful if you're not as familiar with the game. And even if you are familiar with the game, it can still be pretty helpful. I really need to change that target to... because I don't like how I have it set right now. Press... Yeah, we can press A to open doors. Yes, that's the green icon at the top of the screen. I thought it was blue. I don't know. But no. Yep, we can do that to... Hey. Yeah, will you let me go? Okay, this guy's just gonna kind of tell us something random that they didn't really have any better place to tell you, I don't think. You can roll from a high fall to avoid some damage, but it doesn't always work. Which... yeah. Anyway, we got here. Now what you're supposed to do is kind of jump across this platform, and it's gonna crumble away. But you can also just kind of jump down into there and climb up the things anyway. It's kind of silly that they didn't kind of prevent you from doing that somehow. But it makes it nice for the randomizer, at least, because you don't always get the slingshot in this chest and that. But yes, stop talking about the randomizer. Sheesh. But no, got the slingshot, which basic ranged weapon, which is pretty good to have. And by pretty good, I mean you need it for this dungeon anyway. There's also a chest up here, so just kind of get this if you want. It's a recovery heart, but so it's not really all that helpful, but... Yep, and there's that roll in action. Now, in order to get back, what we have to do is pause, equip some stuff. I'm going to equip the slingshot to down C and Deku sticks to right C. Nuts to left C for now, but I don't really know if that'll stick. And we can use a slingshot seed to dislodge the ladder, make it fall. You can also pick up seeds by cutting grass occasionally, which... small, hard seeds that you can use as bullets for your slingshot. Nice. But yeah, now we can climb this ladder. I need to think of something to talk about that's not just rote repetition of what I'm doing on screen. Again, that's kind of one of the things that I need to think. I've been kind of worried about with this game. Is just I want to do a good Let's Play of this when I do it. I've always wanted to do a Let's Play of this game and of pretty much a lot of other Zelda games, but I'm worried that I just don't really know how to do it particularly well. Wow, it doesn't help that I've... Wow, it's been ages since I played this game, if it does not become apparent already. But yeah, no, it's just... I don't know. I need to just kind of loosen up and have some fun and just sort of talk about stuff. Play the game. Get used to talking while playing the game. Yeah, there's just a lot of things. Yeah, I guess with my button layout, the reason why I did what I did so far, and I guess it's kind of silly. Seriously. Dang, that was close. But no. I like having... Okay, especially with the GameCube controller that I'm playing with now because of this release of it. I like having shooting, like, items that, like, ranged items that shoot. I need to get on the actual vines. Sheesh. But I like having those on C down because that's the Z button on the GameCube controller. And I like having, like, swinging or slashing items on the right C. I guess. Sort of. And left C, I just have the Deku Nuts there for now because I needed to equip them, but I would also normally put those on right C as well, but the sticks seem more like the focus of... Okay. You are needing to get cut down. But the sticks are definitely way more in the line of what I usually use them. You can use them as torch, light this torch, put it away before it burns out, or you lose the stick. But they're not hard to find, so it's not really that big of a deal. Got big Skulltulas. You can use their slingshot to shoot them when they turn their vulnerable side, which is kind of an interesting little way of doing it. It's like you have to wait for it to become vulnerable. Well, why does it even flip that around to you to begin with? I don't know. But anyway, what we have to do next is kind of silly. Just jump down and bust through this. Yeah. It's kind of a cool little thing that they make you do, but I don't know for sure whether or not I would have thought of it on my own or not. Anyway. But yeah, and there's a couple more of these tiny gold spiders, which I killed one in the other room and didn't really get to talk about it. These are golden Skulltulas. They give you these tokens that you can collect, and getting more tokens gets you good stuff later on, but for now it's kind of just there. And for that matter, they're also not the most useful, like, in the long run, but they're still good to have. So, and I am going to try and get all of them in this run because I lack sanity, but also just because I like to do that. Like that torch there with the switch. Yeah, no. I guess on that note, I do plan on this being a 100% run of the game. I don't know if I've ever done a 100% run of this game before. Oh, barely put that away in time. You could see it burning out in my hands. That was, not sure how I put it away, because there's barely any left to put away, but Oof. But yeah, no. I am going to try and get this up to be a 100% run. Okay. Teach you something cool. This is actually useful. We punish them in the proper order. Is 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. Do you think I'm a traitor? I don't know. But I don't know if I ever understood that line when I was a kid. It just kind of came out of nowhere to me, but don't know why it did. It makes sense. Okay. Thank you, Navi, for teaching me how to swim and dive. This is, yeah. This is kind of a tutorial dungeon in a lot of ways, but it's still not the worst tutorial dungeon ever made, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I timed that right, because you kind of gotta ride this platform under this spiked bar. While the water's still low? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I had enough time. Yeah, no, it's... I don't know. But this is going to try and be a 100% run. And... yeah, I know I can grab and push blocks. I don't normally find Navi irritating, but when you're trying to time your videos to make a video within 15-20 minutes, every little second that you get interrupted kind of delays it somewhat. And yes, I will admit, I have never found Navi as annoying as most people seem to. I mean, I can see why some people do. I can definitely see why people find her annoying. But, honestly, the gameplay annoyances to people who played the game more than once, or even who are learning quickly, honestly never felt as important to me as the fact that, from a narrative perspective, she's kind of necessary. And does her job well in that sense. But, yeah, and if you hit them at the wrong time, they kind of swing back and forth here. Also, these things are kind of creepy. Yeah, just a little bit. Let's burn some webs. Can't really do anything in here now, we might as well burn it. Yeah, Bob Ross! I don't know why I heard that as Bob Ross just now. Guess we're inside a happy big tree right now. Although I guess he's not so happy because he's been cursed. I bonked my head on that web. Amazing. I have no idea what I've been talking about for most of this dungeon. It's been going really quickly, too. Of course, it always goes really quickly. It's the first dungeon of the game. It's meant to go quickly. Yeah. And this room kind of is meant to teach you that sometimes you need to go around to get to another place in the same room. And sometimes you have to do more than one thing in the room. Sometimes you've got things where you have to come back to a room later to do something after you've gotten to a different part of the dungeon. I don't know. I like that subtlety aspect. I have no idea what I'm doing. And now we fall. Somehow didn't lose that stick. Yes, and now we've got 3 Deku Scrubs to fight. And yes, we have to punish them in the proper order. Up. I don't know, this has always stuck with me as one of the things I remember most about the game, is the 23 is number 1 puzzle. Of course, you can barely call it a puzzle because it tells you the solution to it ahead of time. Also, it makes no sense why these guys will let you pass if you beat them in the right order rather than just any old order. How irritating. Yeah. While she's stunned. Sorry about that. Yeah, you just told me how to kill your queen. Not sure an apology is going to cut it. And he just kind of disappeared, which is probably for the best for him. And yeah, this is already going into the boss fight. It should take hardly any time, honestly. And yeah, this room is kind of eerie, not gonna lie. Especially when it's like this. Kind of gotta look upward to be able to do this. Division. Who do you think you are, Edge Sheeran? No matter, I'm gonna beat you up anyway. Yeah. It's basically just kind of what you gotta do. And there's a way to kind of get her... pardon me? How did I go through her there? Yeah, if you let her be when she's on the ceiling, she will drop, like, eggs on you, which were those things that were kind of attacking us earlier, but you can also just kind of... Okay, I got hit there at the end, but, I feel like that's the fastest I've ever beaten this boss, probably because I've been learning from watching speedrunners and randomizers and all that other stuff that makes it go really quickly. And we've got a heart container, which increases your amount of life energy and will fill it as well. But with that, we've beaten our first dungeon. Let us go into this little portal thing here and see what happens next. Well done, Link. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now I have yet more to tell ye. Wouldst thou listen? Now, listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. This scene always kind of freaked me out a bit as a kid, that way. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorceress powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. Also, I apparently cannot say realm properly. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirits and life existed, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. Din, the goddess of power. Nayru, the goddess of wisdom. Faror, the goddess of courage. Din. With her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Roar, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. The three great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens, and golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence, and the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. The music in this game. It's just so good. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Link, go now to Hyrule Castle. There, thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse on me. You got the Kokiri's Emerald. This is a spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the great Deku Tree. The future depends upon thee, Link. Thou art courageous. Navi the Fairy, help Link to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Link. Goodbye, great Deku Tree.